Let's take a look at Luna, guys. I'm Dan Gill. I'm the creator of Luna, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy this, so let's check it out. So in Luna, you're going to notice an orb that follows you around, and it really is the nucleus of the lighting system. I wanted to do something a little bit different with Luna, and lighting was important to add, drama, add dread, add a fear of dark. Over time, slowly it loses light energy, and whenever it gets depleted, it gets dark, and it makes it really hard to see. So it's something you have to consider, and that might even impact the happiness of your party, or it's a huge element to the game, and it adds to that claustrophobia, adds to that fear, and I think something people are going to really like. So early on in the game, you're going to meet a character named Dez, who's a character who plays a part in the story, but also is in your party throughout the episode 1. And I did certain things in the design phase to push the player into being closer with that character. And one of them was the lighting system, where things are dark, you're scared, you're happy to have that person with you. But another thing is I added a love system where, depending on what you do, different actions have an effect on how much she loves you. And if you can get that up to a point, she's going to gain the ability to revive you. So it's something you're always going to want to do, is keep her happy, because you can't get life. You're not going to die and just use a magic life to continue the game. You're dead. The only way to really have a second chance is to keep her happy, and when she's up to that level of happiness, she's going to revive you from the dead. So it's a really cool mechanic. I think it works well. It forces you to slow down and consider her. It has kind of a cute vibe going on, where it's, you don't want to ditch her because she might get upset. You don't want to let it get too dark, because she'll also lose happiness. And it's a system that I'm proud of. I think it works well with the lighting system, with the orb that follows you around to give light. It's pretty cool. So I designed a really cool pathfinding system for Luna. Actually, in this gameplay footage here, you're seeing Dez is completely controlled by that pathfinding code, and it works really well. And it's something I've added to a lot of the enemies, where under certain circumstances they might track you down, or they might try to get away from you. And so it adds a lot of realism to the game, it adds a lot of fun factor, and it works really well. So another cool thing in Luna, there's a lot of menus and shops and stuff to interact with, and one of the cool ones is the synthesis machine that allows you to craft items. You have to gather ingredients and craft items. A lot of them are key event items, that progress you through the story. So it's kind of a cool system, and it adds a cool element. So in Luna, there will be a boss. It's also a critical part of the story to beat, and I spent a lot of time on the boss level. I think the mechanics are cool. There's secrets, treasures, tricks, levers, pulleys, all kinds of stuff to interact with, and it forces you to use your brain and improvise, and unless you want to sit there and just whittle away at his health for 2 years, you have to use your brain, and there's different ways to do that. Be on the lookout for trapdoors and hidden passages, and they are in Luna. There's definitely spike pits too to watch out for. It's almost got an Indiana Jones feel. There are traps, it's in a cave setting, it's all underground, it's claustrophobic. You're gonna feel excitement, you're gonna feel the rush of adventure. So Luna's pretty far along right now. It's, all the game mechanics are there, the event system, all the key events in the story that need to progress things along are there. But the biggest reason I came to Kickstarter is, as you play through the beta, you're gonna notice, the in-place sounds just don't fit right, or they sound generic. I can acknowledge that, and I think that's my main hope and dream, really, is to be able to work with Dan. He's kind of had a spot in his heart for Luna since, I started making it years ago, and I really want to have him in the project. We've talked a little bit about design, and we're still feeling our way through that, but I think, we want kind of a classical sound mixed with fantasy, mixed with some rock undertones, you know, and I think it's going to fit Luna really well and be something we can really be proud of. And that's why the soundtrack's going to be such a huge part of Luna. It's basically going to be Luna, and that's why one of our main reward incentives is the digital download, is, you know, the physical soundtrack. And I recommend you guys consider getting that package because it's going to be cool. And you know, there's so much drama, there's so much happening in Luna, you know, that without that I can't make the game. You know, I can't. It just can't be told the way it needs to be. So thanks to everybody who's contributing. You know, I really appreciate it.